Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope everything's good wherever you guys are. I hope you guys are well. Guys, just some quick videos. Guys, you know what? A lot of you, a lot of you feel like I criticize Andrade a lot, that I give him a lot of stick. Andrade has come out and said, he wants to fight Jermall Charlo, which obviously is a fight that I like to see. I think it's a good fight. I think the Jermall Charlo fight would definitely be a fight that we all would like to see. The reason why I criticize Andrade, he comes out with a lot of crap, and a lot of you think, no, I'm defending Canelo. Not really. It's just a case where I'm defending the sport, where there's a guy that really hasn't fought a lot of top competition. And a lot of you guys say, well, it's because people are scared. That's not really a reason for me to defend somebody, because nobody's fought him. And because at the end of the day, there's been many guys that have been in worse positions than Andres that have finally got their fights. I mean, Billy Joe Saunders wasn't really a reputable or a huge name, but he managed to get himself out there. He managed to get himself out there and got himself a big fight eventually. We were saying the same thing with Billy Joe over here. When is Billy Joe going to get a big fight? And he finally got it. Demetrius Andrade never seems to get a big fight. He never seems to... It feels like there's something... Although I feel like his team have done a very bad job, and maybe he is a good fighter and people avoid him, I think there's more to it than that. And a lot of you guys don't like accepting that. There's more to it than just a case of, the fact that he's not getting... an opportunity because nobody wants to fight him, or he's dangerous. No, I think there's more to it than that. And there's things probably gone on behind the scenes that we don't know about. Things that Demetrius Andrade himself pulled up on. Oh, I don't want to talk about what happened with Jermall Charlo. What happened with Jermall Charlo? Was there a fight there on the table which he declined? Oh, I want to move forward. See, these are things that Demetrius Andrade says himself, which you guys ignore. That there was opportunities in the past for him to fight these guys, but he didn't take it. But a lot of you guys are not willing to accept. Andrade had a fight with Janibek, which a lot of his fans came out and said, well, why does he need to fight Janibek? Why does he need to fight Janibek? But the same reason that, you say about Janibek, Canelo could say about Andrade. Because to Canelo, Andrade isn't a big name. He isn't a big fish. A lot of you guys criticized him for fighting Kovalev, but Kovalev's a way bigger name than Andrade. A lot of you criticize Canelo for fighting Khan, but Khan's a way bigger name. These are guys that are stars. These are stars. Andrade's not a star. I mean, is Andrade more famous than Kovalev? Is he more well-known than Kovalev? I don't think he is. He's definitely not more well-known than Khan. I can assure you in the UK or even US, I bet my bottom dollar that Khan's more famous in the US and the UK. The UK, there's no question. I mean, and even in the US, I feel he's more famous, especially when at that time when he was fighting Canelo. Khan was a very well-known sports figure at that point, not so much now. So, I mean, like Andrade, I mean, nobody even... I give Andrade a lot of airtime. I promote him a lot. I mean, nobody really gives Andrade that much airtime anymore because I mean, put it this way, guys, right? This is a guy that is fighting on Gervonta Davis's undercard. I mean, that's embarrassing. I mean, for a guy that's established and been around as long as Andrade, that's embarrassing. Imagine if Amir Khan fought on... And the reason why I bring him up, because he's a guy that I got into boxing because of him. Imagine if he was fighting on Gervonta Davis's undercard. I'd feel a bit ashamed, to be honest. Amir Khan only fought on one undercard in his whole career, and that was Floyd Mayweather's undercard. Hardly a bad undercard to fight on. So I think that just shows you where Andrade's at in his career and how popular he is and what the promoters think of him. Because this is a guy that they're putting on not even a co-main. He's like second. So it's a great card, that. Great card. But I mean, that tells you all you need to know about Andrade's career. That's Andrade should be main event. A guy that established, a guy that's a two-weight world champion, that's supposed to have a very good career. I mean, fighting on someone's not even co-main. He's a third guy in the list. I mean, That's embarrassing. And that's what some of you guys don't bring up and don't look at. That's very, I mean, that just shows where his career's at. He's fighting on someone's undercard. I mean, yeah, yeah. Says it all. Look, I really hope Andrade does get his opportunity. I really do, because I feel sorry for the guy. I feel sorry that he's not getting his opportunity. He's not getting the fights. I hope he does. I hope he gets the fights. I want to see him fight. I want to see him fight these big names. I want to see him fight all these guys. I want to see him fight all these guys. Of course I do. It's frustrating. I'm a fan of the sport. I want to see these guys fight each other. And the fight that I really would love to see is Andrade v Charlo. That's a great fight. I feel like that's the fight that Andrade wants, because I'm not sure. Like, if you look at it, he has said that he'll fight Benavidez and Plant, but I think he's more edging towards Charlo, because he probably looks at those guys are naturally a lot bigger than him. So Charlo's kind of similar size. So I think that fight makes a lot more sense for Demetrius Andrade. And I think that's why Demetrius Andrade will probably edge towards that fight a lot more, because he probably feels that's a much more winnable fight. And the other two guys are much bigger. They're dangerous, you know. So the Charlo fight is probably one that I think Andrade feels that he could handle Charlo a lot easier than those guys. And he's probably could. He probably could handle Charlo if he's still got what he's got left. My brother doesn't think so. My brother thinks Charlo will handle him, knock Andrade out. But yeah, leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.